welcome to the Pulp Culture Podcast, your weekly dose of all things pop culture, freshly squeezed for you. I'm Nath.
I'm MJ. Hello.
And welcome back for another week. It's going to be a big one. We did promise that in last one. The last couple of weeks have been really big, but this one in particular, we can imagine only that it will be good because we had so much pop culture goodness from the right fresh off the back of San Diego Comic-Con 2006.
Lots and lots to talk about.
It's probably the biggest nerd event of the year, I would say. So movies,
yeah,
TV.
I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, movies, TV, comics, toys.
Geek Christmas.
You name it. It was happening. It was happening. So,
oh well, in that case, happy holidays.
Do you think that SDCC should be like a holiday event?
Yeah, all how many days was it? 4 days, all 3 days?
Yeah, and we all get a day off. Is that right?
No, 4 days off.
Yeah, okay. I'm down for that.
Yeah,
I'm
otherwise it'd be exhausting. I think it's only fair.
Yep, absolutely. Well, without further ado, let's get into. We're not going to actually have segments this week. It's going to be a bit of a mixed bag, a bit of
Madness.
a jumble up.
It's going to be absolute chaos.
So we're just going to freestyling tonight.
Yeah, the gates of hell have opened and the demons have flown forth and they're flinging stuff left, right, and center. It's all gone crazy.
Flying nerd stuff at us. So we're just going to just keep launching in, and when we move to another segment, we'll just go to a break, and you can enjoy that break goodness. So maybe let's get
like
into
Nerdomania. It's a freestyle, free for all freak show.
Absolutely, it's the
on.
octagon of nerddom.
Yeah, bring it.
All right, so Mr. Trailers, we had a swagger of trailers.
We have had a lot of trailers.
Yes,
whether I've written them all down, I don't know. So if I miss any, you make sure you let me know. All right?
It's all right. I've got a list too.
Okay. All right. First one on my list is Coyote versus Acme. Have you seen this trailer?
Yes.
What do you think?
So much fun. So much fun. Brings back
like
Space Jam days, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. I think it looks like a lot of fun. Will Forte looks like he's having a ball. I think we're going to see a side of Wile E. Coyote that could well get him nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be great fun.
John Cena playing the villain.
John Cena. Yeah. Just add John Cena.
Yeah.
Speaking of John Cena, actually, we're digressing already. That's not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Have you seen the trailer for the Matchbox movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't got that on my list. I was a bit confused by that. I don't know what's going on.
I felt like it was Fast and the Furious meets, I don't know, Jumanji. I really couldn't sort of work out whether it was for kids or whether it was for adults or whether this is the new sort of follow on for the Fast and the Furious films, because that's finishing soon. I couldn't work it out.
I thought it was really strange because I thought I watched the whole trailer, but I can't remember how it ended. So I'm not sure whether I stopped watching the whole trailer or whether I blacked out in the middle of it, or I don't know what was happening.
That's how it ended. It ended badly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that looks very strange, but maybe it'll be great fun.
Who knows?
Anyway, Coyote versus Acme. It's been a long time coming, and now it's almost here.
Yep. Well, how much longer do we have to wait for that?
I'm not sure. I don't know what the release date is. I'll have a quick look while we're talking. But
17th of September. 17th of September it'll be.
Got it in there. They decided that it wasn't a good idea to try and compete with the big two, June and Avengers Doomsday, which I think
then it would have been Coyote versus Doomsday versus Dune.
Man, talk about a dream movie. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Coyote versus Acme versus Doom versus the Bene Gesserit or whatever they're called.
Yeah, there you go.
Is that the right word?
Yeah, that's the right word. Pronunciation good.
I still need to rewatch those movies.
Yeah,
August 28th. So
August 28th. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that for the US or is that for? That's for the US. We're actually getting it a week early.
Oh, we're getting it later. Yeah, September 17th.
September 17th. We're getting it.
Yeah. So I mean that often happens at that time of year because of school holidays. So
yeah,
they've decided to hold off, which is probably wise.
Yeah.
All the people whose football teams don't make the finals will go and see Coyote versus Acme instead.
Yep. And it'll be well worth it.
Definitely.
All right. What else you got?
Next trailer. This is a doozy. I'm really excited and really apprehensive about this. DC Studios Clayface. Yes.
Now, I'm guessing that you're apprehensive because this is a very, very strict body horror film. Well, it's a film, isn't it? Yeah, it's a film. So we they didn't hold back in the trailer of showing his transformation and definitely.
I think they held back a little bit. I've definitely seen some clips that have been more graphic than what we saw in the trailer, but the trailer was graphic enough.
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's for whatever better expression, that's going to have our skin crawling. But I am very much looking forward to it. Pretty much everything that has been done, I guess, bar Joker 2, with Batman villains in terms of TV and film has landed pretty well. So I'm very optimistic that this one will do well.
I did feel that it felt very Joker-esque. If that would I be right in saying that trailer sort of
definitely
erred on the sort of the editing was sort of felt like that it sort of sat in the same type of universe or
it certainly felt like it's sort of colored and lit in a very similar way, but I don't think that that's I don't think that that's such a negative or a bad idea. I think is Joker 2. I enjoyed Joker Part 2 or whatever it was called. Folie à Deux. Joker 2. I quite enjoyed it, but I can see why it was criticized and why it didn't do as well as its predecessor. But if you take the original Joker film in isolation, I think that that's a really good example of how a solo Batman villain film or television series can work. And if it's anything tonally like that, then I think that that's a positive thing. And I think in sort of an audience's mind, associating it with that is not a terrible idea. I think the general sense of those movies is that people still, really remember Joaquin Phoenix's performance as a really gripping, albeit chilling one. So, I'm really pumped to see this movie. It's going to be a bit of a cringe fest, but I'll have producer Kim to hold my hand, and I'll get through it.
I am curious to know how this is going to go because Clayface is known obviously in the nerd community. The sort of the wider sort of target market is probably not accustomed to it. We had the Substance, and the Substance was a bit of a runaway hit. And that was sort of on its own. It didn't sort of follow any properties or franchises or anything like that, and it seemed to do really well. I mean, we've talked about this in the past, how horror seems to do well. You put it out there, and it seems to, regardless, you've got an instant audience. So I definitely put this in the horror category. So it'll be. I'm just interested to sort of follow its progress on how well it does.
I'm intrigued to see how it goes as well. I think it's the DC universe, because I think that this one is meant to be canon alongside Supergirl and Creature Commandos, Superman, all that sort of stuff, and I think it's really interesting the way that this universe is evolving. I think we need to remember that this, and also Supergirl, and even Lanterns, like they're all just other pieces, like steps along the way to developing this universe that. Hopefully we're going to spend, many years in. And I really like the way that it's evolving so far. I like that they've hit some sort of A and B grade characters, but also some arguably D and E grade characters from the comics. And elevated them.
We've already seen Clayface in Creature Commandos.
We have briefly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He did pop up in Creature Commandos.
Yeah, and I think a lot more people are familiar with him now because he's been in, the Harley Quinn animated series, and people certainly know him from Batman the animated series. So people know who he is. It's just he's a really difficult character to bring to the big screen. One thing that I was really interested in this trailer is that they sort of tease that we're going to get to see him in his big, giant Clayface form. Like there's not a shot of him, but there's a shot of a shadow. And
where he's
I'm really
got the
excited.
mace in his where he's got sort of the mace fist.
Yeah, and I'm really excited that it looks like even maybe just for a little bit that they're going to go there, because one thing I was not worried about with this film, but I was wondering whether they would just sort of go part Clayface as opposed to full Clayface, but I suspect we're going to get the real deal. The full Clayface in at least some of this film, and I think that's really great. Very exciting.
Yeah, agreed, 100%.
Yeah.
What else you got on your list?
How about we talk about Blade Runner 2099?
That looks great. I'm super excited about this.
Did you know
Huge
this was
Blade
coming?
Runner fan.
Did you know that this one was on its way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it's been a little bit slow in production. We had a bit of a false start with the animated series, which only did one season, and we had, was it 2049? I think it was. With Ryan Gosling and our friend Harrison Ford in it, which I actually really like.
You almost forgot his name then.
What's that?
You almost forgot.
I was starstruck. I was starstruck by the name, and I paused.
Right, so you almost forgot his name. Noted.
That's
a
you know what I was actually thinking of? I was thinking of the scene where Jared Leto was in it, and that's the scene that sort of came up in my mind, and I was like, no, I'm not thinking of Jared Leto. I'm thinking of Harrison Ford. But for some reason, he distracted me.
You went from Harrison Ford, and then you went, oh, Jared Leto was in that film.
Yeah.
Which, okay, fair enough.
Again, like I've had this conversation with my 18-year-old, and he's seen the film as well, and we both agree that there was just no reason to have Jared Leto in the film, right? It's like some of these that character really didn't sort of help or serve the purpose of the film. So
we seem to be saying that a lot about Jared Leto lately too.
Well,
we said about him as Skeletor too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he did a great job of doing the voice in some scenes in Masters, but they can use anybody now, right? They don't need to have a big name attached to Skeletor now.
Totally.
They can, so look, that's fine. But I mean, again, when we spoke about Masters, with Motu, it was always that he was already signed on before some of these other films were coming out. Yeah. And his sort of popularity was on the decline, and it was kind of a little bit too late to say, oh, sorry, because that would have cost them a fortune. So, but the good news is that Masters of the Universe 2 has been greenlit.
Right.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, so that's a definite.
Well, it sounds like it's done really well on Prime.
Number one. It's in the number one slot for its second week now. It came out last week, which is great. I don't think we'll see a Motu number 2 in cinemas. I think it'll go straight to streaming. That's
fine.
That's my prediction, and I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that.
I'd love to see it in a theater. I'd love to see it in a theater, even if it only gets a short run. But if that's what it takes for us to get a second one, then I'm fine with that.
Especially when we got those post credit scenes as well. So
exactly.
We definitely want to see how that sort of transpires.
I think everybody wants to see more of Shira, and people want to see more of Orko too. So
spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. Should have gone and seen the movie. It would have been on in theaters. But anyway, back to Blade Runner 2099.
Michelle
Yeoh and Hunter Schafer. I'm really excited about those castings. I'm a big fan of both of those actresses. So
I get the impression that Michelle is the Blade Runner, and no, is it the other way around?
If anything, Hunter Schafer's a Blade Runner at the start, I think.
Isn't she a replicant?
I think she might be either becoming a replicant or realizing she's a replicant. But I think Michelle Yeoh's she looks like she's a replicant extremist. I mean, I could be wrong.
Okay. I thought she was a Blade Runner tracking her down, and then they teamed up.
I don't think so. I think by the sounds of it, Michelle Yeoh's like a sort of a replicant supremacist or something. But I don't really know. But I don't really care because, like you said, it looks amazing. And it's going to be available to us, in our homes and on streaming. It's got me excited in the same sort of way that Alien Earth had me excited, and that worked out really well. So
that was awesome.
I'm pumped for Blade Runner 2099.
I'm with you on that one, and we don't really have to wait that long either, because I think when's it being released? Is it next year?
Yeah, I would say so. Again, I don't have that. I've got lots of dates written down, none of which you're asking me about.
I don't think that it's been. Oh no, actually, Amazon Prime. It's coming 25th of November. So happy birthday to me.
A bit of so over Christmas. From memory, I think that might have been when we had Alien Earth.
Well, 25th of November will be Thanksgiving. So happy Thanksgiving. So that's probably a good time to release it, because people will be home. They'll be in front of their TVs. If they're watching the game, then they'll definitely be watching Blade Runner. So that'll be great. So Amazon Prime.
Awesome. Yep. Yeah, and I'm really pumped for that. I have real high hopes. I'm going to have to do a rewatch of 2049 at least. I've seen the original many times, but maybe I'll do a rewatch of that as well.
Just watch it.
Exactly. Yeah. So I'll definitely rewatch both of those.
I tell you, talking about 2049, just really quickly, one of my favorite parts in that is the opening scene with Dave Bautista. We saw a completely different side of Dave Bautista as an actor that we haven't really seen him in other films before.
No, he's very good.
And I think that's probably one of his best acting scenes in a film, to be honest. I know it's a big call.
No, he's a very good actor, and I mean, we love him as Drax, and I hope that he, gets to play Drax again. Although he has talked about, showing up in James Gunn's DC universe, and I hope that happens as well. But Drax sort of it gives you an indication of his comedic timing, but I think in other stuff, like he was in one of the Knives Out movies, was he?
Yes, he was. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's excellent, like a great actor, and he talks about wanting to be a great actor as well. Like I think he works really hard on his craft, and I think that we've only sort of seen the beginning of Dave Bautista's greatness. I really hope that he gets roles that enable him to live up to the potential that he aspires to.
Yeah, agreed. Agreed. What else you got on your list of trailers?
Well, I've got Lord of the Rings: The Rings of Power season 3. Have you watched any of Rings of Power? No. So
I'm way behind in the fantasy, in the whole fantasy genre. I'm way behind. I'm way behind because I haven't watched any
No,
of
no.
the Game of
You're
Thrones.
you're saying it wrong. You're not way behind.
Okay.
You've got
I haven't
lots to
watched
look
it
forward
yet.
to.
I
You've
haven't
got
watched it
lots to
yet.
look forward to.
Yeah.
That's what you say.
Okay.
So no, season 3, the trailer for that's come out, and I'm excited about that. Because that show itself, I've really enjoyed it. It's not ever really managed to capture the magic of the original trilogy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know it's a really difficult task to expect of any production, but it has been really enjoyable in the way that it sort of fleshes out different parts of the Middle Earth world. But I think that this season, because we're sort of getting in, it's not really spoilers because it's in all the publicity, but because we're getting into the ascendancy of Sauron.
Right.
I think that we're really about to hit a really interesting phase of this prequel story, and the addition of
how long is it? How long is it supposed to go for? Is this
I'm not
the final
sure.
season, or is it?
I don't think I don't think it's the final season. I want to say it was meant to be 7 or something like that, but I don't know whether. Yeah. I could be wrong. Like I could be recalling it correctly, but they've definitely always had big plans for it. That could be accurate, but they're by no means finished with this story. The addition of Jamie Campbell Bower, who we saw as what was his name in Stranger Things, the villain.
Oh yes, that guy,
old mate.
Old mate.
Jamie Campbell Bower from Stranger Things and from other stuff as well is joining the cast as an elf, and I think that's amazing because he's a great actor and eminently watchable. So that's another one that I'm really looking forward to and enjoyed the trailer.
Yeah, I did a quick search while you were talking. So it's earmarked to do 5 seasons, which will be 50. Which will be a 50 episode run. So that's the plan.
More than enough, and especially because in Lord of the Rings, we've had the anime film. We're getting our Gollum film from Andy Serkis, and they've got other plans as well. So there's more to come from Middle Earth, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
The last one I've got fantastic. On my list.
That's good.
Hopefully, you might have some as well. But the big one on my list is Lanterns.
Sure do.
We haven't talked about the Lanterns trailer yet.
Yeah. No, we haven't. Maybe before we talk about the Lanterns trailer, because I know that's going to take up some time. I'm not sure if you saw it, but there was the Ebenezer, which featured Johnny Depp. Did you see that trailer?
I saw that it existed, but I don't think I watched it. I think I saw it in clips.
It was at San Diego Comic-Con. It was announced, and Johnny Depp actually came out in character, dressed as Ebenezer Scrooge, and then they did play the trailer, and it has now dropped. This is a retelling of Ebenezer. It looks good.
It's got a good cast.
Yeah, that's right. With Johnny Depp,
Daisy Ridley. I think did I see Josh? What's his name from Disclosure Day? Was he in it?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, Ian McKellen was in it.
Ian McKellen. Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. So this is so it's directed by Ty West as well. So. Not too sure if you're familiar with Ty West's work, but he kind of feels a little bit like he's like the horror version of Tim Burton, right? So where things are a little bit off the wall and a bit wacky, but there's that horror to it. So I'm interested to see what this looks like from this point of view. It's called Ebenezer. A Christmas Carol. So, and I believe that's going to be coming out this year sometime. So,
before Christmas, I'm getting my my handsome English dudes confused as well. It's not. Josh
right.
From, Disclosure Day. It's
Right.
Sam Claflin, who's from the Hunger Games movies and other stuff.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, sorry, handsome English gentlemen.
Sorry,
in general.
Handsome English Gentlemen. We'll need a segment just called Handsome English Gentlemen.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can definitely check out Ebenezer, which will be, I think it's out in November, so that'll be launched then. A couple of trailers that I've got on my list, just really, really quickly, is we got a look at Dark Matter Season 2, which is on Apple TV. Have you watched Dark Matter? Have you watched the first season of Dark Matter? So something to look forward to. Joel Edgerton. I'm going to be crucified for not knowing her name.
Meryl Streep.
No, definitely not.
Julia Roberts.
Jennifer Connelly is in it as well. And that's
friend of the pod, Jennifer Connelly.
Jennifer Connelly, she listens to the show. Apology about that. So Dark Matter 2. This is a really interesting story about a physicist, and he creates a what's called a labyrinth box. And inside the labyrinth box are doorways to alternate universes, and how one tragedy in one multi-universe starts a chain reaction of the doppelganger of Joel Edgerton looking for a way to change their life. Right?
Doesn't sound problematic at all.
It's massive, and it's you've really got it. You definitely can't watch this and scroll on your phone. This is a deep psychological thriller at times, and it's really awesome. It's a great take, and I got onto it late after the season had finished, and was referred to, but I'm so glad that my friend Sam, shout out to Sam for letting me know about it. Dark Matter Season 2 be out August 28th on Apple TV. We also got Carrie. So from the film by Stephen King, we're getting a TV series, which will be out August the 7th through Prime Video. And this is obviously dealing with bullying and the ramifications of bullying with a supernatural element to it. So it's based on I believe that it's sort of sitting closer to the book than it is anything else. It'll be really interesting to see what that looks like. I think it'll be disturbing at times, just based on how the bullying that's involved. I
kind of got that impression from the trailer itself. From
the trailer, yeah. But Summer Howell's playing Carrie, and I don't recognize a lot of names. I noticed that Matthew Lillard was in there, and Katie Sackhoff from Battlestar Galactica days, and also Bo-Katan from Star Wars is in it as well. So I'm interested to see what this looks like. I know that it's not going to be a comfortable watch, but still, nonetheless, if it's sort of focusing more on the book, it'll be interesting to see how it sort of transpires and how it's received as well.
It'll have Stephen King fans watching it as a sure thing, at least. So,
well, we know that friend of the pod, Benji Bajorek, will definitely be, watching this with bated breath, because he's a massive Stephen King fan. So, we look forward to maybe having a conversation with him about it. That's for sure. So
we'll have him on.
Yeah, great excuse to have him on. We'll talk
Not that
all
we
things
need
Stephen
one, but
King.
yeah,
No.
we'll have him on. He can be our Stephen King correspondent.
Absolutely. Not too sure if you saw, but the Necromancer trailer for which is coming out on January 22nd next year in Apple TV.
Okay.
So
is is Necromancer an existing IP that I should know about?
So it's actually a book. It's based on a book.
Okay.
And so this will be a 10 episode series next year for Apple TV. And it follows a like a super hacker. And he's sort of on this sort of corporate high stakes heist type thing, but it's all sort of really I think The Matrix was very heavily influenced from this book. So if you're a fan of The Matrix, I haven't read the book, but it does definitely intrigue me to, it's that sort of cyberpunk-esque, a bit like what we're seeing with Blade Runner. So, maybe we're getting into that cyberpunk era where we're going to see more of these sort of shows and movies, because I love that. I love that.
I'm making a note so that I can watch that trailer and get up to speed.
Yeah, Necromancer. It looks a lot of fun.
I think I'd seen a still from it, because I recognize that it's got Callum Turner from Fantastic Beasts and Masters of the Air and stuff in it. I will. I'll definitely check that trailer out.
Yep. So that's all I had. The last one I had on the list was, and it can't come any sooner, which is August 16th on HBO Max, which is Lanterns.
Yeah.
So we got our first real good look at what to expect from this. And doesn't it have all those whiny fanboys changing their tune about the green and space and what that looks like?
Does it? I don't know.
Yeah,
is it?
It has. Yeah, it really has. The bandwagon has definitely been jumped on now, and everybody's raving about how great Lanterns is. We spoke about it in length, and we said, wait, it's a teaser. They're not giving you anything. They've given us exactly everything that we talked about and more. What did you think?
I thought it looked great, but I mean, I was in from the teaser, so
were we. Yeah. So
I was very excited, and as you say, every shot of them using the lantern rings, and that's a nice action figure you got there, Nath.
Who gave me that?
I don't know, some handsome devil. It looks great.
He's a handsome devil, Al Jordan.
Move him to the other side. He's obscured by your name. There we go. Now put him up in front of your face. Yeah, heaps better. Leave him there. Yeah, I like that a lot better. I think it looks. I think it looks great. I loved. Let me think. I love that we got Guy Gardner in it. I love that we got to see some of the supporting characters. I loved to see Kelly MacDonald, Garrett Dillahunt, some of the supporting actors. I thought we got some great Jon Stewart. Like, anyone that thinks that he's not going to be a great Jon Stewart, I don't know what to tell you. Like, go and watch something else, because I just think that Aaron Pierre embodies the character of Jon Stewart. I think it's such an excellent piece of casting. Kyle Chandler as well as Hal Jordan. He just nails the tone of Hal Jordan.
He's just battle damaged, right? We're getting a very seasoned, very battle damaged Hal Jordan who has lost hope. That's essentially what we've got, right?
Do you remember, like, in the late 80s, early 90s, they rebooted Green Lantern, and he very prominently had like the white, sort of sides graying in his hair. Yeah. Every time I see Kyle Chandler, it reminds me of that version of Hal Jordan.
Yeah. Again, very
I just
battle damaged, wasn't it? He was very
completely. Yeah, and he was on his
PTSD.
way. He was on his way to some really bad, gnarly stuff too. So, that bodes well for the drama of the show. But and I thought it looked really good. I'm really interested to hear what you think about the discussion of manhunters in this trailer, because I didn't sort of see that coming or expect that, and I've got questions.
Yeah, so with the manhunters, I am intrigued, because manhunters always felt like they were a bit like sentinels. They were sort of one structure, whereas these ones appear to be more of a shapeshifter, which intrigues me. So for me, it's a bit of a different take, but I actually don't mind that. I kind of like that manhunters could infiltrate an area or a situation without anybody knowing, and then take out any lanterns, because I mean essentially the manhunters were created by the Guardians originally, before the Green Lanterns.
Yeah, they were their first attempt.
They were their first attempt, and then they became sort of more sentient and saw that the Green Lanterns were a threat, and so they were sort of removed by the Guardians.
My recollection of it is that the Guardians of the Universe also recognized that in order to have an effective universal or multiversal police force, that they couldn't be disconnected from emotion as well, which is why they ended up with the Green Lanterns, who are so profoundly they draw their power from emotion, as do the other lanterns. And so I'm really excited about that, because I've always thought that the Manhunters are very sort of formidable villains. I like the shape changing thing, because one of the things about Manhunters in the past, at least in most of their forms, is they really stick out. Like they're very obviously androids.
You can't miss them. You can't miss it, and that's why I compared them to Sentinels, because they may not be the same size and stature, but you can't once you see one, you can't mistake it for anything else other than what it is. And I
the
think
same
that
sort of emotionless demeanor and
so having a shape changer really takes it up a notch.
Well, it sounds a little bit like perhaps your brain didn't go to the place that mine and producer Kim's did when we watched it. So I'm interested to hear what you think about this theory. When I heard Manhunter, obviously with Green Lanterns, I thought of the Manhunters, because I've read about them in the comics, and I know about the history and the lore and all that sort of stuff. But I think that they're going towards merging the origins of these Manhunters and the Martian Manhunter, because we get several shots of an alien planet in this trailer, and to me it looks like a barren sort of Martian landscape. And also there's a shot later in the trailer, there's a shot from behind one of the Manhunters, and he changes from one form to another, I think from perhaps a human form into
and then he's wearing the red, and then he's wearing that Manhunter uniform but it's also in it looks like it's in a cross form, a white cross. Yeah, I did see that. We've jumped to conclusions, haven't we? We've jumped to conclusions that as fans, because we've seen the red and the word Manhunter, that we've already made the assumption that it's the formidable sentient
Manhunters,
the Manhunters.
But I just wonder whether they're drawing some link, or whether they're presenting a more complex story that also links the history of the Manhunters with the Martians, and therefore the Martian Manhunter.
Well, you have I think we've both heard that the rumor is that Martian Manhunter is going to pop up. We don't know where, but there's that strong possibility. So you could very well be. I mean, the other rumor about Lanterns is that Laura Linney is actually a Guardian. So, which I find really fascinating as well. So,
yeah, I'm very intrigued to know who her character was, because after seeing the teaser, I wondered whether she was, like, I speculated that she might be Carol Ferris. I don't think that's the case now.
She's not. Her name is not. She doesn't have a character's name associated. Yeah. She's the only one in the list of ensemble cast that doesn't have a title to her name. So they are keeping that one under wraps. But yeah, the sort of the rumor mill is sort of suggesting that maybe she's a guardian. I don't know how that works again, because she's a human. She's in human form. She's not blue. She's not short.
Maybe it's I mean, maybe it's just how she's presenting herself in whatever forum they're having that conversation. Maybe she disguised herself. Maybe they're in an airport or a hotel lobby or something.
But she seems to be a voice of reason. So she seems to be like a bit of a voice of reason, or a sort of a that sort
like sort of a sage mentor figure. I'm really intrigued by the trailer, because as much as there was some great action, some great gags, some great appearances by a variety of characters that we want to see. Like I said, Guy Gardner being in it it's great to have visual confirmation that he's going to be in it. Even though we've heard that he was going to be in it. I'm just excited about the stuff that I don't know. I don't pretend to know everything about all the Green Lanterns and the Lanterns in general. I haven't read everything. I've read a lot over the years, but I'm excited that there's things clearly in this show that are going to be a mystery to the likes of me and you as well.
I agree.
I think I'm really pumped for this show, and it can't get here soon enough.
And we've got Sinestro. We got a first Sinestro, which is Ulrich Thompson. So
he looks great.
Yeah, I'm really. We didn't need a lot. We just needed that, and I think that was enough. I think they gave us everything that we wanted and more.
It was definitely more than I needed. I'm not saying it was too much, but it was more than I needed to have me in. But I think it's really interesting that, like, I haven't heard any negativity.
Yeah, no.
There was certainly there was it really seems to have actually silenced the critics, and I think that's really great.
Yeah, which is really, really good. I don't think we've got any other trailers. So maybe we'll go to a quick break, and then we'll come back and we'll talk. We'll do some movie chat.
Let's do it.
Skeletor is trying to take over Castle Grayskull. By the power of Grayskull!
What happens next? You can find out on the new He-Man cups at Burger King. There's a different He-Man comic strip cup every week until September 9th when you buy a Burger King meal pack.
At Burger King!
The Burger King meal pack is filled with a juicy hamburger or cheeseburger, regular fries, and a soft drink.
Aren't you hungry for Burger King now?
Wow, there you go. Oh, he's got props this week. He's got props.
It's exciting. We've been watching trailers.
Cups? Did you have any of those cups?
No.
I have
kill for one of those cups.
Oh, I
don't think I've ever seen those cups.
Yeah, I had one of those cups when
Where'd
I was
you get
younger.
Yours from?
I think when Hungry Jack's did the same promotion.
Oh, sorry, rude of me. Want popcorn?
Yeah, sure. Thanks. So that was an amazing ad there for those Hungry Jack's cups. I would have loved those.
No, we'll keep out at the toy fair if we get there in November. Is it in November?
Yeah, in November. That's for sure. All right, let's talk a little bit about movies. There was lots and lots of movie news.
My goodness.
And lots of big announcements. I mean, we did say last week that we expected Marvel to pull out all the stops and and go for it at Hall H. And I think that they really did. I think that they made some really surprising announcements. Definitely, I don't think that the crowd really knew what that was going to look like with some of those things that they announced. They didn't announce the obvious, which was good, which I was happy with. So like the likes of who Sadie Sink's going to play, and the next X-Men cast and what that looks like and that type of thing. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't do that, because I didn't want it to overshadow what's coming for us right now. I think if they'd announced the new cast, it was a bit like we were talking last week with X-Men 3, when it was we knew that was starting to finish, and then First Class was on its way, and they'd already made the announcement of characters and who were going to play them, and do you know what I mean? So I think that this is a much wiser decision.
I think I think it's exciting that they didn't announce stuff like Sadie Sink, because now we can all find out sort of
together,
as nature intended, via some attention-seeking a-holes post on Instagram before we go to the movie on the weekend. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know that I'm going to have some social media downtime, I think, from Friday our time.
When are you going?
It'll be the weekend for me. So
I'm going on Saturday.
Yeah, it'll be Saturday for us as well. So because it's just I just won't be able to get there sooner. So I'm going to have like a bit of a blackout time from social media, just in case, because I don't want it to be ruined.
I can't go see Spider-Man when it comes out, because I'll be too busy selling Spider-Man comics. So life could be worse.
There you go. Well, there's an association. Well, it's hopefully nobody comes into the store and says, "Oh, you wouldn't believe that Sadie Sink was a manhunter."
Yeah, I'm not counting my chickens.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the expression?
Plugs. Yep. Yeah. Counting your chickens before they hatch. Yeah.
I'm not counting my baby spiders before they hatch.
So, big announcement. Should we go with Ghost Rider first?
Yeah, you want to start big?
Yeah, I want to start big, because we've got a big one to finish off with, which is Ryan Coogler production. So we'll talk about that at the end, I think. So we'll top and tail. So Marvel announced that a Ghost Rider film is coming in 2028, which will be directed by Sean Levy and starring, never saw this coming, Ryan Gosling. Amazing. So I'm pumped for this. I'm excited for this.
I am too. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad that they're clearly going back to the Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider. I mean, at least that's my assumption. And I'm really excited about that. But we were talking in the shop yesterday about whether there was any likelihood of them perhaps going back and doing like a 70s era Ghost Rider with the old motorcycle and the retro jacket with the like white rectangle on it and the collar and
that'd be rad.
It'd be amazing. Imagine if they did that, and then perhaps in a movie or two we could get the new version in the supercharged car or I'm really excited about that, and I'm excited that Sean Levy's directing as well. They've obviously had a great time making Star Wars Starfighter, which I'm really excited about, and then hopefully whatever magic they've conjured on that set is going to transfer to Ghost Rider as well. And I mean, look, this is really cool, because I mean, he is, and when I say he, I mean Ryan Gosling is a fan of Ghost Rider, and as Kevin Feige said, that they have been having lots of conversations over the years of what that looks like, and what type of film Ryan Gosling really wants out of a Ghost Rider film. So from my understanding, I think Ryan Gosling is helping to write it. They didn't say it, but he's obviously got, him and Sean have got a
an idea of what they want to do with this film. It feels a little bit like the collaboration that Sean Levy sort of had with our mate Ryan Reynolds for for Deadpool Wolverine, right? Same type of
Sean Levy. Sean Levy really seems like a collaborative creator. And obviously really likes to involve his actors in the construction of a film. And it certainly it certainly worked well in Deadpool and Wolverine and some of the other movies that he did with Ryan as well. So
he did
Ryan
Free
Reynolds.
Guy, and he did the Adam Project. Which is Adam Project was the one on Netflix, I think it was. So
it was, I'm really pumped about it. I think both of those guys, Sean Levy and Ryan Gosling, just sort of exude positivity and joy and enthusiasm. And I think that's just what we need at this point of the MCU. I think it's going to be great. 2028,
it's the scheduled release date for that. It's I do like sort of some of the memes going around at the moment with replacing Ken from Barbie when he played Ken, and just putting the Ghost Rider flaming skull over the top. I kind of like that. I think Boss Logic's doing a great job of those humorous posters at the moment, but
we need an action figure of his I Am Ken Enough jumper with the Ghost Rider head to go alongside the Skeletor Jimbro.
Yep, I could see that. That'd be awesome. That'd be so cool.
Perfect. What I'm looking forward to as well is I'm hoping that we'll get some sort of an insight into the arguments inside the Gosling household about which parent's Ghost Rider movie was best, because Eva Mendes, his wife, of course, was famously in the Nicolas Cage one in 2007. So I think there could be some interesting banter back and forth between them about which Ghost Rider movie's best.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. It's going to be. I think. You've got to look at his performance in Drive to really see what to expect in Ghost Rider. I think he was, that's the type of character that I would tend to expect in this. I don't think that we're going to get a fun-loving. I don't think it's going to be a family-esque film. I think this is going to be. I don't know if it's going to be a hard R, as they call it in the US, but it's not going to be. I think that we're going to see a much more serious Ryan Gosling than we've seen over the last couple of years. His previous films.
I'm not so sure, to be honest. I don't know.
You reckon it's going to be a fun ride?
I think so.
I reckon it's going to be fun, but I still think it's going to be a more serious tone.
I think there'll be darkness in it, but I don't think they're going to make it so serious that it's going to necessarily sort of eliminate the ability for like families and stuff to go and see it. I suspect that the balance might be something along the lines of what perhaps we got from Stranger Things. Stranger Things is an interesting beast. It's dark and creepy and almost horror in some aspects, but it's something that a lot of families can still watch together. And I suspect that might be the balance they're going for. Maybe that's why they've hired Sean Levy, to try and achieve that balance between the darkness and the joy. So it'd be interesting to see what tone it takes.
I agree on that one. It was interesting while we're talking about Marvel and Sean Levy and Ryan Reynolds. It was great to see Ryan Reynolds turn up in Deadpool in his stealth Deadpool uniform.
It was like a Canadian tuxedo, denim.
Well, that's what he referred to it as, but it's actually a stealth. He was part of I think it was X-Force. They did a run of X-Force where they were all wearing like black and white uniforms.
Wasn't his suit denim though?
What's that?
Oh no, I might be getting. Did he have different suits for Hall H and for when he was walking the floor?
Same suit.
But it was
Yeah,
denim,
same
wasn't it? Wasn't it like jean stuff?
I'm not too sure, but the color scheme was very much reflective of the stealth suit that he wore.
Right.
That
We're
Deadpool
being
wore in the
exposed for poor research, listeners and viewers. I'm sorry about that. We'll get back to you. We'll have an update on Deadpool Gene Gate next next week.
Deadpool Gene Gate.
Yeah, I'm making a note.
No.
So what do we got next?
Look, yeah. Well, we can talk about Avengers Doomsday.
Yes.
So we got our.
We talked about it. We talked about it last week. What did we learn this week?
Okay, so we learned that we've got Latvian witches that will be part of the, which will be part of the film.
Yes.
3 Latvian witches, a green, a sort of a crimson orange, as well as a. I'm trying to remember the color now. I think it was blue, if I remember
Don't
rightly.
ask me.
Yeah. Don't ask you. So this one I'm really interested in to see what that looks like. And I do like what they're doing there. I do like. Oh, it was purple. It was purple. It wasn't blue. It was purple.
Ah.
So this prediction that we're going to get maybe Agatha and Scarlet Witch and another person playing those 3 characters, which would be a real fun ride because it is a multiverse. We could have those characters, play those roles very differently, from what they have been in Earth 616. So I kind of like the idea. I like that they chose to have a different color each day just to build the hype, which I thought was a lot of fun. Yeah. And we got to hear Robert Downey Jr., do the accent live as well, which was, again, what is a Latvian accent? We don't really know. He's kind of done an Eastern European with a couple of twangs to certain words, but
it's whatever RDJ says it is.
Whatever RDJ says it is, and that's what it is. So we also got the idea. We also got the impression that it looks like we're going to get a nomad. So we won't be having Captain America back. This will definitely be, Chris's return will be sort of more of that nomad figure that we saw in was it Endgame? No, it wasn't Endgame. It was before Endgame, wasn't it? Where he turned up and he had the long hair and the beard and
So and for people who don't know, Nomad is an alias of Steve Rogers that he used.
Steve Rogers,
in the field, but not as Captain America.
Yeah. When he's not donning the outfit.
The Star Spangled Man. When he's not the Star Spangled Man with the plan.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I mean, it also gives us a more, sort of toned down character as well with some because Nomad sort of comes with some baggage. So I'll be interested to see what that kind of looks like as well.
Grim Steve.
Yeah, Grim Steve. What other movie news sort of took your eye for this week?
I had a whole bunch of like little bits and pieces of movie and TV news. One of them was that, as you'd mentioned previously, a RoboCop series has been ordered by Amazon. So that's exciting.
This will be changing of the guard, so it'll be from Murphy, and he'll be. So this will be a new one. So Murphy's apparently being decommissioned or something or other, or retiring, and he will be mentoring or have a partner. And so I don't know what that really looks like. It's kind of an interesting premise. We'll just have to wait and see what that looks like. But
well,
I mean,
presumably it's well in pre-production, so anything that we anything that we hear now is likely to change anyway. So but no, I just thought that was exciting. Not all of this is news from Comic-Con, but it's just bits and pieces that I wrote down because it's exciting. But via Vincent D'Onofrio's social media, Daredevil Born Again season 3 is wrapped. Which I think is exciting because it's another step towards it being on our screens. And
we get the Defenders are back. We get Elektra back. Bullseye's going to be in it. This is going to be a pretty wild season. I mean, I thought season 2 was amazing. I think season 3 is going to take it up, another notch as well.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see where this next season goes, and also being in a place in the MCU where, like, the MCU sort of proper is back, where the Avengers are back, and I'm interested to see whether that has any influence on things on the ground in Hell's Kitchen, and in New York as well. I'm excited to sort of see how that might affect the characters in Daredevil's sphere.
Yep. Absolutely.
We also had confirmation of something that I think I'd said a few weeks ago, was that we've got new regular show Lost Tapes episodes dropping in September.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I'm really excited about that because been waiting. It's there'll be another 10 episodes, I believe. So
that was out of Comic-Con, but the one of the showrunners, creators, or something like that just confirmed that. And there's a poster. There's a poster that they were giving out at Comic-Con too, which had new episodes in September written on it. So
September. Oh, I can't wait.
So not too long to wait for more episodes of that. I don't know whether you ever watched on Netflix. I'm pretty sure you did, but The Toys That Made Us.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're getting The Toys That Made Us art book. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. Well, they're doing a Kickstarter of some sort. That's I think it's 2 art books and as well as some merch and all sorts of other stuff. But more than that, what was exciting for me out of that is that they said they were taking a break to launch those things from making seasons 3 and 4 of The Toys That Made Us. So we are actually getting more episodes of that show, which I'm really pumped about because I don't know about you, but I really loved the first 2 seasons of that show.
Yeah, look, there's definitely there was definitely a lot in there that I did know about, and then there were certain things that I was like, oh, okay, I didn't realize that. It's actually produced by Brian Volkweiss, who is also the CEO of Nacelle Toy Company. And Brian's very passionate about toys, and so I think they used the popularity of The Toys That Made Us and used, I think, the funding to actually propel Nacelle. And so Nacelle now have things like the Star Trek license, and
I remember you saying once before, but that they were doing the Star Trek stuff.
So I mean, it's in good hands with the Toys That Made Us, but it's just really anything like that where we get a historical view of where it came from and how it became popular and why, and all that. I love all that sort of stuff. So
it helps us place those properties in sort of pop culture history. You say you sort of knew a lot of it, and that doesn't surprise me. I knew some of it, but I'm not sort of as savvy about the toy history as you are. But I really enjoyed that show. But I just love that it exists. From the perspective of people who don't know anything about that sort of history, because it's a really fun show to watch, even if you're not into toys like we are. But it's a really accessible way for people to get sort of a crash course on the history of all of that sort of stuff, and give them an appreciation of what goes into making these things that people might just walk past into the toy aisle or at junk sales or whatever. I'm really, really excited that that we've got more episodes of that coming.
Yeah, and I mean it's well directed and well produced as well. So
Yeah, it's fun.
I think it's a good production. I think it's still on. Is it still on Netflix, or it was on Netflix? I'm not too sure.
I'm not sure. I meant to check, but it was originally on Netflix. I'm hoping that it's still on there. But yeah, no, maybe that's another thing I need to add to my rewatch list.
Yeah, it's still sitting around in Netflix. So if you want to go and watch it, you can check out seasons 1 and 2 on Netflix. So
yeah, no, they're definitely worth a look.
Not
another
a sponsor,
show
that should be.
Yeah, yes. Another show that just had confirmation today, I think, that it's coming back and we got a release date is the reboot of Scrubs is coming back September 30th on Disney Plus and Hulu.
What an interesting way of launching a new season with the stop motion.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
You could stop motion anything and I'm there. I love it. So
yeah,
I did see that.
I just thought it was just really interesting how that seemed to be the thing, right? So
well, you know the link.
Yeah,
the link
well,
with stop motion and Scrubs. Right? Do you know the link between stop motion and Scrubs?
No.
Donald Faison Donald Faison, who plays Turk, is a sort of an amateur stop motion enthusiast.
Okay.
He's been posting little clips and stuff for his years. Like he famously did voices, as did Sarah Chalke from Scrubs, for things like Robot Chicken.
Yeah, right.
And I think was quite involved with the people that were making Robot Chicken.
Right.
And yeah, he just does it as a seemingly as a hobby. So whether he had something to do with this or whether it was, I imagine it's probably people that he knows at the very least. I'm sure that his hand was in this. So I'm really pleased that he was able to sort of merge those two aspects of his life and career.
Okay.
I need to have a closer look and see whether, exactly how involved he was. But yeah. No, he's does a lot of little Star Wars animations and stuff. You should scroll back through his socials and I'm sure you'll find some videos.
Okay. Yeah, I'll definitely be interested in that one. That's for sure. Okay. Shall we? Have you got any other movie news?
No, I'm just waiting to talk about the big one.
Let's talk about the big one. So it was announced. Ryan Coogler came to Hall H stage and announced that Black Panther 3 is about to start production. With the humongous announcement of a new Black Panther that will, which comes from David Johnson, and I think this is a great choice. Great choice. Have you seen The Long Walk?
I haven't seen The Long Walk, but I have seen Alien Romulus.
He was fantastic in Alien Romulus, and he was fantastic in The Long Walk.
So I've heard.
The Long Walk. I think it's on Prime. I think it's on Prime, or is it HBO Max? It might be actually HBO Max. So if you want to sort of get accustomed with David Johnson's body of work, those two films in particular really show what to expect from him as T'Challa, Prince T'Challa II. I think the only thing that I'm trying to sort of wrap my head around is the time difference from when we saw a very young Prince T'Challa in the first film to now. So I think it's been announced for 2028. Is that right?
I think that's correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I'm sort of just trying to wrap my head around how that kind of works. I mean, he doesn't look old. I mean, he's in his 30s, but he doesn't look like he's in his 30s. So
no, he's got a very youthful look about him. I'm not too bothered about that. Like, I'm sure that there'll be an in-story reason for it, and that'll make perfect sense, and
Yeah.
they'll get it out there, and then we'll just move on. So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, I'm really excited about it too. I think, yeah, he's a great actor. Like, I was so impressed with him in Alien and Romulus. I just thought he was the real heart of that movie. Yeah, I'm really excited that we're getting a new T'Challa. I'm interested to see what happens with Shuri, because I really don't want her to be sort of pushed too much into the background. Like, I want her character to continue to be elevated.
Maybe she'll be a mentor. Maybe she sort of plays the mentor role, now.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they find a place for her that's sort of on the same level as Black Panther, or close to it, like, but something that embraces her own individual identity, because I'd love to still see her as an Avenger and still involved with the other characters, because she's such a great actress and such a great character. I'm not anxious about that, because I know that Ryan Coogler's record of elevating female characters is beyond question, and so I'm sure that will happen. But I'm just intrigued to see exactly how they do it. So I think it's got the potential to be a really unique Black Panther film, and I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and I think that it'll be a really great cinema, going experience for Black Panther 3. I think that it's going to be it's going to be a big year for 2028.
Well, I mean, both the Black Panther films we've seen, and both the Black Panther films we've had already, and even the Wakanda sequence in Infinity War, they were huge and epic in scale. They're just made to be on the big screen. So, I'm looking forward to going to theaters to see that one as well. Yeah.
100%. The only other thing that I wanted to mention is that we've got Spider-Man Brand New Day, which we were just talking about, coming out, and they're saying that based on ticket sales, it could be up to $800 million worldwide, based on ticket sales already, pre-ticket sales.
Yeah, I've got no doubt it's going to make a lot of money.
It's going to be $1 billion. It'll make $1 billion for sure. I mean, it's
at least,
which is fantastic, and I'm really excited to see the film. I've got a bit of mummy news in the tomb, actually.
Okay.
So, have you seen Obsession yet?
I haven't. No.
Okay.
I would actually like to. Like, I know it's a horror movie, and they're not usually my thing, but there's been so much hype around this, and as I've mentioned previously, I think I'm a fan of Indy de Verite from the Superman and Lois show. So I am eager to see it,
because she played what was her name? It was Lana Lang's daughter, wasn't it?
Lana Lang's daughter, she had quite a big role in the show and was very good.
No, she was great. So her co-star, Michael Johnson, he is in talks to play Alex O'Connell in the fourth Mummy film. So that would be a good get. I think that's a good choice. So they really are.
You've seen him. You've seen Obsession. Yeah.
Yes, I have seen Obsession. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that would be good. I think he's a good actor. He, especially in that. I thought his his performance was great. He also popped up in he was a lot younger, but he was in the Teen Wolf series as well, which I remember him from. So if you ever saw that, then you probably understand who he is. But yeah, he's
I never watched that because it looked like it didn't have enough basketball in it.
Funnily enough, it actually did. It did for a while. That's not why I didn't watch.
I just didn't
there
get
was
to
no
it.
riding on top of a milk van or anything like that. So
I was such a big fan of both of those Teen Wolf movies.
Teen
but
Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman.
Loved it.
Yep.
It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Should have won an Oscar.
Yeah. Should have won an Oscar. Talking about winning Oscars, what we'll do is we'll go to a break and we'll come back with maybe some comic news. We'll talk about comic news.
Holy icicles!
In their daily pursuit of justice, our superhero characters do battle with the world's most evil villains. Where will the next evil villain come from? Maybe you will create them in Post Superheroes Create a Villain Contest.
Grand prize. 9 kids win a 1-week trip to Hollywood. They'll have breakfast with these superheroes.
And the villain they've created.
Second prize, 1,000 win bicycles. Millions will enter, and everyone who does get Superheroes Puffy stickers.
Details on specially marked boxes of Alphabet, Super Sugar Crisp, Honeycomb, and Pebble cereals. You can draw and paint your villain in the picture provided. 3 different pictures.
Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman and Robin.
3 grand prizes per picture.
The most original villains win.
Holy Hollywood!
Post Superheroes Create a Villain Contest. Details on specially marked boxes of Alphabet, Super Sugar Crisp, Honeycomb, and Pebble cereals.
Here you go.
You remember those puffy stickers?
Yeah. I'd love to have those. They'd be worth a bit now.
I reckon I had some DC superhero puffy stickers. Probably not those ones, but at some point.
I'm on the lookout for a Pebbles cereal box now, so I can create my own villain. Send it in.
All right.
Hopefully,
I'll
I can
let you
get
know
some
if I
puffy
see one.
stickers. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But what a great ad that is.
Yeah, banger.
From 1982. So yeah.
I reckon I'd do okay in that drawing competition too.
Yeah.
My skills aren't great, but I reckon I'd clean up those preschoolers.
Yeah. Well, we hope you're enjoying the show. It is a little bit of a difference from what we normally do, but considering how much news we've had, I think it's probably just best that we just keep cracking on. But don't forget, you can follow us on all our socials under Pulp Culture Pod. And you can also watch us on YouTube now. And so I think we're into our 6th episode on YouTube. So you can
God knows
check
why
out
you'd want to, but you sure can.
Those handsome devils on YouTube and see whether our voices match our faces. But yeah,
I hope not. I wouldn't want to listen to this.
Oh, okay, all right, sure, all right. We'll blur out your face for the next episode, all right, and change your voice. Comic news. We've got quite a bit of comic news that was announced. Probably the big one for me was, and I don't know whether you saw it, MJ, but we got our first look at Scott Tracker and T-Bob, who will make their appearance. Their debut in Mask issue number 5. Did you see this?
That's the big news, is it?
Well, it's one of the bigger newses for me. I know which one you're going to go with, but I'll let you make that announcement.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you see that one? Did you see
I did. I saw that. I only saw that this afternoon.
Yeah, that's wild. Like T.
I've lost your audio.
No, really?
And you're back.
I'm back. Good.
Yeah.
So Scott Tracker is Matt Tracker's son.
I figured that much out.
Yeah.
And who's the Tic Tac looking guy?
Yeah. So T-Bob was sort of a vehicle for Matt for Scott to get around on, and he's a robot. He's sort of like a companion robot / babysitter, and he played the typical nervous bumbling character like most of those cartoons were back in the day. Sort of
like
the comedy,
Orko in Masters of the Universe, or Herbie in Fantastic Four.
Yeah, all of those types. Same character, just different. Different character, but same personality. And so T-Bob would turn from a robot to like a scooter, and so Scott would roll around on him. What intrigues me about this is that T-Bob, yes, converts to a scooter, but he's also like this mech warrior, this oversized mech warrior.
It looks really cool.
Yeah,
I saw the design. It looks really cool.
So they've sort of taken that sort of tic-tac look that you referred to before, and he's transferable. And I mean, that makes sense in the Mask universe where, vehicles are there's more than meets the eye when it comes to vehicles. So it would be the same again for something like T-Bob, where Matt's sort of playing around with, this type of technology.
Yeah. No, it looks really cool. The character seems vaguely familiar to me, but like I've said, I didn't really watch Mask much, so but I really like the design. New characters. I'm excited. Bring it on.
Yeah, absolutely. Talking about absolutely, we got some more news about the Absolute Universe, and in particular, one of your favorite boys, Cyborg. We're getting an Absolute Cyborg who will make his debut in Absolute Flash number 20.
That looks very, very intriguing.
Well, in true Absolute fashion, it's grotesque and shocking and not what you would expect it to be.
Yeah, still very cool looking though. But yeah, it looks more of a. It looks like more of a burden than anything else. But I'm excited about that, and I'm excited that they also teased other Titans being introduced through the Absolute Flash title as well. I'm excited to see, where that goes, because we've had Dick Grayson, now we've had Vic Stone, so be interesting to see who's next.
Yep. But yeah, I'm intrigued to know, because they've talked about Beast Boy will make an appearance somewhere. So I'm interested to know what they're going to do with him from an Absolute perspective. I think that's going to be a really interesting one, and not what we expect.
Interesting to see what sort of horrific twist they put on that.
Totally agree. What other comic news did you have?
Just a couple of bits and pieces, but exciting ones. Batman of Two Worlds is coming. It's going to be a one-shot written by Scott Snyder and Matt Fraction, bringing together their Batman's Absolute Batman and, for want of a better expression, Blue Batman from the current, mainline DC run. So I'm excited about that and looking forward to seeing what comes out of that. We've sort of had brief interactions between the two Batman during DC KO. But it wasn't Matt Fraction's version of Batman. It was the one sort of prior to that. So I'm intrigued to see what happens when the darkness and the light meets. So
yes, very much so.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Matt Fraction's Batman gets the other Batman to go to a therapist, and perhaps vice versa. But also, in the Batman books, we're getting a reboot of a title, Batman: Shadow of the Bat, from Dennis Camp and Javier Rodriguez, the creative team behind Absolute Martian Manhunter, which I should mention sort of cleaned up at the Eisner Awards at Comic-Con. So I'm really excited about that, because I've become a big fan of Dennis Camp's writing on books like Absolute Batman and obviously Absolute Martian Manhunter. Assorted Crisis Events.
Yes,
that's what I was looking at.
Yep.
And I'm a big fan of Javi Rodriguez's art, not just from Absolute Martian Manhunter, but I really enjoyed the miniseries Zatanna Bring Down the House that sort of preceded it. So I'm excited to see what those two have in store for us with Batman.
Yeah, yep. We also got news about a new Static Shock book and a Vixen book, which is fantastic. And if you remember, we spoke in length about this a couple of weeks ago about DC Gate, and there was a lot of complaints, and again, there was sort of some conversation about they've heard complaints about DC Gate, and now they're coming to the fore. These books have been in production for well and truly over 6 months, so They haven't just popped up because some noise about it being a whitewashed team of not only characters but also the artists and writers behind it. This has been in production for quite some time, so it's great to see because they're both great characters. Is this the first? I think this is the first time Vixen's getting a standalone book. From memory.
It's the first time that I can recall that Vixen's had any form of a standalone book. I can't think of her having had a special or anything. I think we might have had some stuff in like the young adult genre that was sort of online stuff that then they printed recently. But in terms of the mainline DC stories, no, it's as far as I'm aware, it's the first time. The promotional art they released for it looks amazing. Mari McCabe looks super powerful. I'm eager to read that one. I'm excited that Static's going to get an ongoing for, I believe, the first time. I'm eager to go back and read some Static because I have to admit Static's a bit of a gap in my DC reading. I've just ordered myself a copy of Static Season 1 from All Star Comics, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that and reading that in preparation for this new series to come out. I don't know whether you saw as well, but they announced a third series along these lines as well from black creators about black characters. Marilyn Moonlight, who's a character that's come out of Superman comics. And I'm really intrigued to see where that goes too, because definitely a fascinating character in the Superman comics that I've read. And the creators, I think it might be Stephanie Williams, who's attached to that book, sounds really excited about the prospects for that character. So, I'm really, really excited for the characters, the creators, and also the people that look to see themselves in those characters, because there's definitely been the need for some course correction, and this is a really great, bold, strong
sort of way of doing it, right?
No, I'm really pumped. I'm really eager to read these books.
Yeah, and we also got first looks at with Justice League or League of Superheroes. I think that was what it was, wasn't it? We've got a really good look at what that looks like. Doom Patrol. We also had
Legion of Superheroes. Is that what you're talking about?
Legion of Superheroes. That's it. Yeah. Legion of Superheroes. And we also got what's his name? Old melted face, Jonah Hex. So I'm excited. We're getting a new book from we're getting a new Jonah Hex book, which I'm really excited about. The Jonah Hex title that came out with the New 52 All-Star Western was one of my favorite titles from the New 52, and I think it ended up having 20-something issues or something, and I really enjoyed them all. But I'm really pleased to see Jonah Hex coming back. There's also an Etrigan the Demon book coming from James Aaron. That's going to be wild.
And it looks amazing. I'm a big fan of Etrigan as well. I've bought several of the relaunches of Etrigan over the years, going back to the late 80s. And I think he's a really fun character. He's had some great appearances in recent time, and I'm excited to see what they can do with a
and James Harron, is he's writing it as well as doing the art? Is that right?
Yeah, I believe so. He's the Ultra Mega guy. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I think it seems like a perfect fit for that. But I'm really pumped. I think that not only in his depiction of Etrigan, but I'm excited to see what else he does with all of the other demon characters and the the subterranean worlds that sort of come along with that character. I think it could be really wild. So I'm really pumped. I've really been enjoying all of the all-in titles that have been coming out from DC in recent times, and I think that these are some more really great choices, highlighting some characters that don't necessarily get their time in the sun. So bring them all on.
Well, and Jonah Hex kind of intrigues me. I mean, it's Jonah Hex and the Shadow of Death, but it's actually described as a folk horror series. So it's a six issue. Again, they're saying it's going to be a 6-issue series. I mean, if it does really well, it wouldn't surprise me if it gets continued on. But that's and it's Mike Walsh who's doing that, or Michael Walsh who's doing the who's writing and also doing the art. So it's interesting that some of these new books are having a single artist and writer on the series. So they've obviously got they've pitched something really, really special to be doing both. That's for sure.
I don't hate this whole sort of 6-issue mini series type thing. It reminds me of one example that it reminds me of is the Rocketeer comics that we get. They sort of release as a 6-issue mini series, and then it goes away for a couple of months and then comes back with another one. And I think it's a really fine format. It sort of prevents there being I guess sort of filler issues. It means that they do get to do a rounded story. It means that the publishers can combine them into a trade paperback that they can then market to the trade waiters and others. And I don't hate it. I don't see why they can't do it with characters like Jonah Hex or the Demon or Absolute Green Arrow or any of those. I agree perfectly. I think it's a perfectly reasonable and if it means that some of these sort of lesser known characters get some time in the spotlight, then I'm all for it.
Totally agree. Have you got anything else on your list comic wise, or unless you want to do the big announcement? I won't steal your thunder on this one.
Look, here it comes. I just hope everybody's sitting down, but this is the big news.
You'll fall down.
Barbie is getting a comic from Dark Horse Comics.
Amazing.
Yeah. No, that was one of the things that was announced at Comic-Con, is that Barbie is getting a Dark Horse comic. And I'm really excited for that. I think it's a good time to be a Barbie fan. And it's been a long time coming that she's made her debut in comics. So, I'm really excited
Barbie goes to hell.
That's all I've got for comic news this week. Nath, back to you in the studio.
Really? Is that all you've got? You don't have the last big...
Nah, I'm just kidding. Nah, just joking.
Come on.
I'm just kidding. Joking.
Stop. I'm holding out because I want to talk about it.
No, just messing with you, big fella. No, it's the big news of the Comic-Con in general, I would suggest, aside from all the MCU stuff, everything. Indiana Jones is coming back to comics.
Yes.
Marvel have announced, I think it's a 6-issue series.
6-issue series, yep.
Yeah, 6-issue series, the title of which I had written down, but it's escaped me.
The Sword of the Pandemonium. The Sword of Pandemonium, is that what it is?
Yeah, you passed the test.
Yeah,
that's what it's probably called.
Yeah.
I'm just excited that he's getting a new series. I'm excited that he's got an A-list writer writing the series, Jason Aaron.
That's awesome.
I'm also excited that Aaron Kuda is apparently doing interior art. I really enjoyed some of the stuff that Aaron's done on, I think it was
Did Green
some
Lantern
of the-
New Guardians, which
Yeah,
I
I think-
remember him from.
I think he might have done some Predator stuff for Marvel recently.
Yeah. He also did all New Guardians as well. So
he might have done some Turtles or something as well. I don't know, but I really like Aaron Kuder's art style, and I think it'll work really well for indie.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can't wait. As soon as I'm able, I'm putting my name down for all of these. I'm hoping there's not going to be too many variant covers so that I can buy the ball. Don't tell Kim that. But I'm really excited.
There's
I'm
200
pumped.
variant covers coming out.
That's a joke, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't do that to me, because I'm pretty sure I just heard my wallet yelp.
It actually got up and left the room.
Yeah. Yep.
And you kind of went a bit of a pale shade, going, "How am I going to buy all of these?"
No, that's just my new ring light.
Oh,
yeah. No, I'm really excited. I can't wait. I think it's. Part of me wondered whether this might be happening when they decided to reprint all of the Marvel ones in the 2 deluxe volumes. They're coming out relatively soon. But yeah, I'm really excited. I hope it does well. I hope that, like I said, if this one does well, hopefully we'll get another 6 issues and another 6 issues and another 6 issues. I think it's a really exciting development.
Yeah, I believe they're on the hunt for a biblical artifact, and I think that's what the Sword of Pandemonium is. So
yeah. I should say, I should reiterate, by the way, I am also very excited for Barbie fans that Barbie's getting a comic. I think that's
Barbie in hell. It's matching with the.
I don't. That's not going to be the case.
Can you imagine? She wouldn't laugh. She's plastic. She wouldn't laugh.
I would absolutely read it, but
that'd be amazing.
Yeah, no, I am excited that Barbie's getting her own comic, but good time to be an indie fan.
Yeah, absolutely. Great time to be an indie fan. Anything else that you wanted to mention comic-wise before we move on?
No, that's all I've got, big dog.
Yeah, all right. No worries. Well, why don't we go to a bit of a commercial break? And when we come back, we're going to have a bit of a chat, all things toys. Get your popcorn ready.
Thundercats are coming to Burger King.
Thundercats, please.
Burger King announces Thundercats meal packs. There's 4 of them in all for you to collect and trade. Thundercats! And every week there's an amazing new Thundercats treasure with a flame broiled burger, golden fries, and an ice cold drink. It's a delicious adventure. Thundercats at Burger King. While supplies last.
Go. How's that?
Oh, Burger King's winning me over this episode, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Not a sponsor, but should be. But I love how they referred to the toys as treasures. I thought that was amazing when they bit of marketing there that they, each week you'll get a new treasure. And I think that's fantastic because
that was pretty.
That's what it felt
cool,
like.
I like the choral music of all of those.
Yeah.
They're like the church Karens.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's amazing.
Yeah. Thundercats.
Yeah. It's those ads were peak. We're peaking their time. That's for sure. That's for sure.
Listen to you using language of the youth.
Oh well, someone's grandpa's got to get it right. So
that's right. You just undid all your hard work.
There we go. So I wanted to talk a bit about toys. It seemed to play a pretty big role at San Diego Comic-Con this year. I think there was probably more announcements this year than there was any other year that I can recall.
It did seem to be a lot.
It was really holding off on it. One of the big sort of reveals that's sort of been sort of silent, quiet whispers and rumor and speculation is around the Turtles, license and what that's going to look like. We've spoken about this in length in previous episodes, but it was very very prominent that that Hasbro have got the license for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles going forward, and no one else. So that means Playmates, NECA, Mondo, anybody else who are doing licensed turtles. At the end of this year will be the end of this year for them, and that Hasbro have got no announcement as to actually what they are doing at this stage.
So they didn't reveal anything that's upcoming.
No, they've kept it very much close to their chest at this stage. I think they're waiting for the others to play out and finish their run. And I think we'll probably get some announcements probably later in the year. I would sort of suspect around November-ish.
When's the New York Toy Fair?
That's November, so October, November. So I would anticipate that we'll probably get an announcement then. And by then, that they've run their course with the other companies.
So they're just waiting for some clear air, you reckon?
Yeah, I think so. And what to expect from that. It will be interesting to see what Hasbro does, whether they continue, whether they start a line from the 80s, era with their own sort of, molds, or whether they or sculpts, or whether they go with something else, entirely. How we've seen with DC, they've sort of got their usual sort of classic line, and then they'll do like I think they announced like a techno sort of DC where they're all sort of computer hackers. I don't know, but that seems to be all the right. They're right out of the Matrix. But so I don't know what that's going to look like at this stage. But it's just it's interesting to see that the turtle license is lock, stock, and barrel with Hasbro. So
are we getting a sequel to Mutant Mayhem?
We are getting a sequel to Mutant Mayhem, but the cartoon series has already been cancelled. So it only did 2 seasons, which was really disappointing because the first season I felt was okay, but I really, really enjoyed the second season. I felt that it really came into its own in the second season.
I don't think I made it past maybe episode 3 of the first season.
Yeah, look, the first season's a bit of a hard watch. I felt that it was a little bit too far away from the property, but I felt that it kind of it reached back in the second season because we kind of got more of a creature of the week plus an ongoing story. Plus, we started to see some of our ensemble cast in that sort of style. And so I like I said, I really enjoyed that second season. I felt that the first season probably was very much geared to one storyline because John Cena was the villain in the first season. And so I think that they were really trying to maybe capitalize on having such a big talent to voice a cartoon series. But again, look, it's disappointing, but it is what it is, and it'll be interesting to see what Hasbro does with the license now. I mean, look, it's not like they're handing it over to a brand new company who doesn't have decades of experience when it comes to dealing with toy licenses. So this will it'll be interesting to see what this looks like. And it'll be, what will be very, very interesting if Hasbro has the license, it'll be interesting to see where the license for other properties sits as well when it comes to comics and TV and film, to see whether that rolls over to Hasbro, whether they've locked out all of that or whether that's still sitting with those other properties. With the Turtles sitting over in, is it Image at the moment?
IDW.
So, being with Hasbro, I mean, they could bring the Turtles into the Energon universe.
Well, the Turtles are owned by Nickelodeon, so...
Yeah.
whether there's like a bigger deal in play for, I don't know.
Yeah.
But maybe I just had a look and Mutant Mayhem 2's due out August next year.
Yeah.
So maybe they're going to reset.
Line.
Yeah.
There's a line.
So maybe they're going to reset and do like a full court press thing with action figures for that, or maybe that's the next thing that's on their agenda.
Yeah. Did you see the Lego ad, the X-Files Lego ad? Did you manage to catch that? So Lego announced a pretty cool Lego set with a very cool ad featuring Gillian Anderson, which they must have paid a bomb for, I reckon. To get
fun.
her to, it's great. It really is. It's a 1,478 piece X-Files set, which includes 8 minifigs, the basement office, which is then stacked on top of that is the forest clearing, and then on top of that is a big, humongous UFO beaming with a beam on it. I think this is a fun set. It's
very cool.
It's like 3 sets in one. So which I really dig.
It make a nice sort of centerpiece in your lounge room for an X-Files fan. Well, wouldn't it though? Like, I mean,
we're not preempting anything, are we, MJ?
No, well, I'm not. It's not one that I would get, but I definitely thought of you when I saw it. So
yeah, look, it definitely caught my eye when I saw it. I was like, yeah, okay, yeah. 8 minutes.
I've seen your lounge room. You know that left corner down near the Star Wars poster.
Underneath the Star Wars poster. Yep, I can see that. Yep. I'll chat to producer Mandy, who's our interior decorator, and see if I can.
Just don't tell her I said anything about it.
She'll probably see the YouTube video.
Damn it! Keep forgetting to record
this is awesome. This is really good. It's Lego just seem to be hitting it out of the park when it comes to licensed product and what they're sort of bringing out. And
their influence is so huge at the moment. Like, who doesn't want to be involved with them?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
a bit like Funko back in the day, right? Everybody wanted to be, everyone was throwing their license at them and saying, "Please make Funko Pops of us." Now, on the other hand,
it's got such reach. Like, when you see that they're starting to make new TV series about things like One Piece and the potential for involvement in video games and all sorts of stuff. It's a whole universe.
Yeah, 100% agree. We got some news from Mondo, who announced their next line of real Ghostbusters series, and not too sure if you saw this, which was the 1/12 scale Ecto 1.
That's very cool.
It's amazing. I mean, it's not going to be cheap. Like, you've got to be a real fan to get this. I think it's going to be
huge.
Yeah, so it's 1/12 scale, so it'll fit the figures in it. And it's I would say that we're probably, if it's not $350, $400 that's what I'm sort of predicting, that it's going to be sitting around.
But you could put that one on the right side of your TV. So you've got the X-Files on the left, and you've got the Ghostbusters on the right side of the TV.
Well, wait until I've got other announcements.
Just don't tell producer Mandy I said that.
I'm going to be running out. I'm going to be running out of room when I announce the next thing. But this is really cool. This Ecto 1 also includes the Ecto 3 sidecar that came out from the side, which is really cool. And it's got some changeable pieces in it, so you'll have like a ghost coming out from underneath the hood, which you can change the hood around. You'll have Slimer, if you remember the real Ghostbusters cartoon. Slimer would sort of hang on the top and sort of stretch out. Where they've got that scene in there. So this has been made by fans for fans, and I think this is a really fun one. you've got to be a real collector to get this piece based on its price. But then again, saying that, it is a really, really good looking, comic, cartoon piece of memorabilia in toy form. I think it's really, really good.
Yeah, it looked amazing.
Yeah, keeping on with the Real Ghostbusters, they also announced the People Busters. I'm not too sure if you ever watched the cartoon, but there was in season 4, episode 2, they had this. It was sort of like an alternate universe, and they had the alternate version of the Ghostbusters, which were the People Busters. Which
I do vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Egon, Ray, and Peter. So Winston wasn't in it at that stage from that alternate universe, but Slimer was in human form, and so it was the only time that they ever did these characters, and so they're bringing these back as well, and they're rather grotesque. They're in the same size as the regular series that they've been doing. But yeah, this is fun. Again, I don't know whether this is going to come out in 4-pack or whether they'll do it as a singular, and you'll have to collect each of them. There's no announcement as to how it's going to come at this stage. I suppose we'll wait, and I think in the coming weeks, if we listen to the Reluctant Adult podcast, I'm sure they'll have more information on that. But I thought that was definitely newsworthy and worth mentioning. Big announcement that I absolutely loved coming out of it. Actually, 2 things. I'll go with the big one last. So Sneak Attack Toys, relatively new to the game. They revealed a prototype of a 1/12 scale Inspector Gadget action figure. Did you see that one?
No, I didn't.
So they only showed Gadget, static. So he wasn't posable or anything. But I believe that he'll have up to about 12 points of articulation, which is pretty cool. But coming with that will be all the accessories. So they didn't show any of the accessories. It's still under a licensing, still pending licensing agreement. But they showed the prototype, and the prototype is super cool. So it's been a long time since we've had a real good Inspector Gadget action figure. And probably due. I mean, we've talked about Inspector Gadget, coming back as a film. So I would say that we could potentially get a cartoon as well. So which I think would be amazing. So that's a good one to look out for. We probably won't hear anything for a little while on that one if it's still pending license agreement. But the sculpt looks fantastic, really true to character from the cartoon, and would love to see what those accessories look like. Big announcement for me came from Factory Entertainment, another relatively new player on the market. They've been doing some really cool stuff, but they're releasing.
They did the O'Connell figure.
Yes, they did. So they're doing now I would say that this is more of a deluxe range, but
are these the retro ones? Yeah.
Replay. Yeah. Which is
go ahead.
Which is a 3.75 inch scale new line called Replay, which will feature characters and vehicles. So vehicles as well, which is amazing. And you can see that I'll have no room in my house after these ones, which will feature characters and vehicles from Knight Rider, Dukes of Hazzard, Magnum PI, Airwolf, Bionic Man and Woman, and Miami Vice.
There it is.
There we go. Holy cow! Like this is my childhood, like wrapped up in toys. This is.
I have to admit, Magnum PI looked amazing.
Oh, didn't he just?
They all did. They all look fantastic. But Magnum PI just made me smile.
Yeah, the sculpts are, the facial sculpts are are right on point. They look like the characters. David Hasselhoff has got the sort of the long flowing locks and the open shirt and
they're all perfect.
Crockett and Tubbs look amazing in their in their fluoro and light colored suits, and it really just sort of screams nostalgic childhood for me. And I don't know what I'm going to do.
Well, we've got to start planning for this now. So I'll be right over. I'm coming over to help me try and work out where to fit it all.
Fit it all. Yeah.
I'll grab my tape measure and I'll be over in 30.
I'm just gonna. I'm after this. I'm applying for a loan.
You'll have plenty of room because you'll be living in the garage.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm saying I'm applying for a loan because I can imagine that these are not going to be a cheap price point. I would say that these will probably sit around the same as what we've seen from Reaction, which is the masked line that they've been doing of late. I would say that they'll probably be sitting around about the $100 US mark. So they are really for collectors. But look, they're pretty good.
You'll have to be a good boy between now and December and ask Santa nicely.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no date as of yet on when these are going to be released, but we'll be talking about them. Especially when you've got something like these vehicles, like the Dukes of Hazzard, like Knight Rider, like Magnum PI. The Bionic Man and the Woman, it kind of intrigued me.
They look great.
They do look very
great.
Cool. They do look very cool. So
I really like I don't know, there was something about the facial expressions and the characterizations and the way they held themselves. They've really captured the essence of the characters.
100% agree. I'm really interested to see what comes with the accessories that come with them as well, whether we're going to get like a bionic eye or whether we're going to get a bionic arm where the skin's been removed so we see the bionics, or in the hand, or what that kind of looks like. So it's pretty wild, and it's a great time to be alive in the when we've got so much variety, and again, made by fans for fans. So well done, Factory Entertainment. I think this is a great get for licensing, and really looking forward to seeing what you do with it. So
no, they're definitely a company for us to watch.
Yeah, that's for certain. Well, that's pretty much it for toy news, unless you have anything else.
No. I was just waiting to hear what you sort of had to report, because you're the go-to toy guy, and I think you've pretty much nailed everything that I saw.
Yeah, awesome. Well, what we'll do is we'll go to one more last commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to sort of wrap it all up.
And Cool's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast.
Teaming up with Mr. T cereal that's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T. Golden sweet crispy teas. One bite and you're gonna be eating with a team that's teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T.
Teaming up with Mr. T. There you go.
I want some of those.
I don't know about you, but I think they had a word limit on Mr. T. I think they could only afford, I think it was only 10 words in that whole 30-second advertisement. And where they repeated it twice. It's cool.
He was a big star back then.
He was a massive star back then. So that ad would have cost a fortune. But he did have his own cereal. So,
he did.
Which is amazing. We hope you're enjoying the show. If you saw anything at San Diego Comic-Con that we missed and that you wanted us to talk about or highlight and alert us to,
there was certainly a lot going on.
Yeah, let us know on the socials under Pulp Culture Pod. We'd love you to join the conversation and let us know. MJ, what have you got? What have you got left to talk about? You got anything to shout?
I thought I don't have anything to shout, but I thought we'd perhaps maybe just talk a little bit about what we've been reading and watching.
Yeah, sure.
Have you read anything this week?
Yeah, so I managed to catch up on Absolute Green Arrow 3, which again was another great read. Really enjoying the direction that's going in at the moment. I also, which was a bit of a sly dog that came out unexpectedly, which was ROM issue 1 has been released. So
they released it digitally, did they?
Yeah, they've released it digitally. So I managed to read that. That's great. I really enjoyed that. I love and I was saying to you, where's this going to sit in the universe? Does it sit with the Transformers? And sure enough, it does, right? But I can see that it's going to lean more towards Void Rivals, with a bit of an influence from the Transformers side of things. So
that was something that Image and Skybound dropped earlier today, along with the Matt Tracker news. Was they dropped some artwork from Void Rivals covers that are coming up that feature ROM. So clearly that's where at first, at least, that's where they're going to use that character. But I'm glad you got to read that issue because I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it's wild. I was really, really glad to see that it was available digitally, and I grabbed that and gravitated to it pretty much straight away. That was like my first read for that one in particular. And the only other one that I read was G.I. Joe number 24. So this is sort of the conclusion from the previous issue. So this is not Real American Hero. This is the Skybound series that's part of the Energon universe. And this is where we've got Crystal Ball and his sort of, he's a bit of a nutcase and what he's using the Energon for. And really interesting, again, how they're sort of rolling in Energon and the properties that it can be used for. And I think that's what Skybound's doing a really good job of, is showing that, like anything, it can be either be good, used for good or for evil. And when it's evil, it's pretty bad, to say the least. But this felt very much like it's heavily influenced, like on Green Lantern, where we have sort of constructs that can be made from Energon, which I found really intriguing, and it's another nice way of sort of changing up what we thought Energon could be used for. Yeah,
I'm up to date with those now as well. So I've been reading those issues, and I've really been enjoying Crystal Ball as a villain, a very formidable villain, difficult one for the Joes to handle.
And he'll be back, right? So is it Andrea or Milana?
Yes, yeah.
Andrea Milana is really good. I think they're doing a great job on this book with their art. I agree. I think that the artwork and the covers and stuff have been the covers are Tom Riley, I think, but so good.
But I've really been enjoying that storyline. It's a nice sort of aside to the stuff that we've had previously, but we're
getting a lot more. So there was a character that was introduced for the new books. I can't remember who it was. It's a female Venom character, which I saw pop up, but I can't remember her name. So I'm interested to see what that's gonna look like. And I think we sort of alluded to that at the end of book 24. So I think that'll be that'll be cool. So
it's a great book. I'm thoroughly enjoying reading it. So
yeah. What about you?
Yeah, well, I'm going to highlight a few books this week, if it's all right. I'll try not to take too long, but another one from Image and Skybound. I read Terminal #1.
Oh, I've got that on my list. I haven't read it yet. Was it good?
It was. Yeah. I wasn't going to get it. I hadn't actually added it to my pull list. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking, but when it came in, I was like, oh, yeah, Kirkman sort of, I mean, he never misses. So I thought I'd probably better at least read this and find out what it was about. And sure enough, I fell really hard.
Does he write this?
He does. Him and Joe Casey co-writing it.
And, so Joe Casey from Ben 10.
Yes. And Andy Kubert's doing the art. I really like Andy Kubert's art from Batman X-Men. And all that sort of.
And he also did X-Men. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a big fan of Andy Kubert.
Same.
And this issue is really good. It's a fairly sizable one. I don't know how many pages it is, but it's quite wordy, but in a good way. Like it's a really good meaty introduction to this universe. And as usual with Kirkman, it packs quite a punch. He very firmly establishes from the get-go that nobody's safe. When his pen is in play, and I really loved it. I thought it was great. It was released with 2 standard covers, an A and a B cover. The joining covers, I won't connect them up, but I did buy both. I only bought one, and then when I loved the story so much, I bought the other one as well.
Well, it's a 12-issue limited series too, isn't it? So
I'm not sure. But as usual with these things, Kirkman's got a bit of a sort of a letter to the fans in the back that sort of introduces where they're coming from with this one, and he says that here it is. This series is going to be around for a good long time, so buckle up and get ready for a long journey ahead. They've done some really fun creative stuff with that just quickly as well. Like it's written by Kirkman and Casey with art by Kubert and McCaig, but Arthur Adams is also involved in the creation of these characters and some of the character designs. It's inspired heavily by 90s X-Men, and so that the universe sort of has like a feel. The feel as if you're being dropped in to a universe already in play.
Cool.
The character designs have been done by a varied roster of artists from Arthur Adams to Kubert, and
they're all doing like three issues each or something or other, I believe. So
I'm not sure, but I really loved the first issue, and I'm really pumped to read more. I can't believe that I sort of hadn't added it to my list. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking there, but
again, another Skybound book that didn't really get a lot of press and didn't really, and it's kind of one of those sleeper books that everyone's like, oh wow, this is amazing, and again, it's super cool. I'm looking forward to reading it.
Yeah, no, we'll have a read and we'll talk about it more next week maybe, because
sounds good.
No, I really dug it. Another one that I've been you talked about this last week. I think this was a Kickstarter.
It was a Kickstarter, yeah.
So I did, as promised, buy Zerevos from Dark Root Comics. And I really enjoyed it. And I bought this from All Star because it's on the shelves there now. It's written by Marcus Limberis, and the art's done by Ibuka Okpala. And I really enjoyed it. The art's magnificent. It's really sort of dark and atmospheric. And I really dug it. This is a really welcome addition to our local section at All Star. and I think people are really going to get a kick out of it. I thought it was fun that his first print run is limited to 200, so I got a certificate of authenticity, which is always fun.
What number are you? What number of what?
Number 31 of 200.
Oh, congratulations!
Thank you.
50. Top 50.
Yeah, it's the first time in my life, but I really dug this. I made a few notes, and it's got like sort of Moon Knight vibes. And the characters sort of reminds me of like Dr. Fate, Spectre. There's like sort of orders of Lords of Order and Lords of Chaos, and it was really fun. And apparently, I think in the book somewhere it says that they've already written like 11 issues or something like that. All good to go. So I'm really excited for the next one and looking forward to seeing where the story goes, because I really dug it. I'd encourage anyone to go into All Star or to Darkroot Comics' socials or Zerevos' socials and check it out, because I think we're onto something big here.
This just dropped into our regular feed on Instagram, and I was really pleasantly surprised to sort of watch that journey. And I think I sent it to you and said, "Hey, this is worth looking at."
It sort of came up. It came up on my radar sort of twice, because at the same time as you were talking to me about it last week.
Yeah,
we had them arrive in the store, and Jay in the store was very enthusiastic about the arrival of this book and was eager to get it on the shelves. And so I sort of took that as a sign and thought, I might as well jump in. But I'll definitely have to grab myself a copy of that. So when I'm in the store, I'll give you a look at mine and I'll hook you up with a copy of your own, because it was really good. One of the best things I read this week.
Yeah, fantastic. What else?
Anything else? Just quickly, sorry, go.
Anything else?
Yeah, just quickly before we finish off, I read Absolute Catwoman #2.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Right, and I did talk about that last week, and said that we got more of Sandra Cain, didn't we? So we
got more of Cassandra Cain, but we also got more of other characters, which I won't drop their names, but. I sort of hadn't they hadn't sort of publicized that we were going to get the absolute versions of some other characters that we know from the DC universe. And I thought that this was a really cool way to introduce them.
Agreed.
So I really enjoyed that issue, and I'm looking forward to seeing where that series goes. And the other one that I read, and I really I don't really know where this one's going, but I kind of like it. If you know what I mean, like it's a
what is it?
It's Mischief of Magpies.
Oh, I don't know anything about this book.
No, it's a distillery book, which is it might be the first distillery book that I've bought.
Yeah, because distilleries relatively new, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, like I mean, as I said, I've only been working in the comic shop for a short time, but they sort of do these large format magazine size books, which really showcase the art. I've become a big fan of the DC ones that they've been doing. I really like this format as a way to sort of showcase artwork. And this one's stunning. Like I'll show you this page as an example. But it's from Suspiria and Matthias Bergara.
Right.
And it's kind of bonkers. It's about a kid who's sort of in a really difficult situation in his life, in his family life. His family's going through a lot of stuff, and for some reason he's just got these amazing sort of powers that transport him to this other world and give him abilities that he doesn't quite understand. And it's a beautifully illustrated book. I really enjoyed reading it. As I say, at the end of this one, I kind of really don't know what's going on, but in a good way. It's definitely got me intrigued to read more. But Yeah, and I just thought I'd mention that because it's something that I imagine I'll be mentioning again down the track. So, there's that.
So distillery is actually was created by the co-founder of Comixology,
Okay.
David Steinberger. And I was just reading this. I'll just read this because this really fascinates me that this is what they build their platform on. So they're only 3 years old. So distillery focuses on ethics, creator empowerment, and equity, along with upfront participation by founding creators. Distillery sets aside an additional 3% of company equity to be distributed among the creators who have projects released within the first 3 years. This equity, it will be distributed based on performance of titles. Isn't that interesting? So it's an all-in business that's made by creators for creators. So great sort of platform to be launching from. That's for sure.
No, I'm definitely interested to have a look at more of their books because there's a couple of others that have caught my eye, but they're sort of further down the line. Like this one I grabbed because of the striking art on its cover, but also because it was just beginning. But I'm interested to see more of what they do because they're creating a beautiful product, a bit like Mad Cave. Mad Cave are doing some great stuff in the traditional format, but their books are beautiful. Paper quality and distillery the same. So I just thought I'd mention that and throw that into the ring. And one last one I'm going to mention, just because I'm loving it so much, is I read the latest issue of The Flash.
Oh, cool.
This story is great. It's just a joy. From Ryan.
This is more of Wally sort of working out his 3
his
seconds
new powers
in the future. Is it 3 seconds?
Vaguely. Yeah, he's still sort of learning how to hone it and capitalize on it. But I'm just loving the story. It's a very, I don't want to say lighthearted, but it's sort of a not terribly high stakes. It's just basically about him doing the due diligence for trying to work out what this new power is. But I'm also loving the artwork.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool. Yeah,
isn't that rad?
Can you imagine? Can you imagine writing that? Can you imagine being the writer, writing that, and then handing it over to the artist, and he's like, "What?
Yeah, Gavin.
What fever dream did you have?"
Yeah, Gavin. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Gavin Goudry, who does the art for this, I believe, has just signed like an exclusivity deal with DC, and I'm really thrilled because their artwork is stunning, and dynamic is one of the words that I would use to describe it. And so
I think the Flash book has really over the years been a good platform for a lot of artists. It's sort of that's sort of their launch book, if you know what I mean, for the mainstream to know who they are. I mean, you think of someone like previous, like Francis Manipal, say for instance, who was on the Flash books for years. I mean, his artwork was amazing, but nobody really heard about him until he started doing Flash. And now, like you'd be lucky to have him as part of any title, right? So it seems like the Flash books are kind of one of those books that sort of launches careers.
I'd seen some of Gavin's stuff on JSA because they did the year one storyline that I was a big fan of not so long ago, and the art on that was great as well. But I think in this, because as you say, because of the Flash's skill set, I think it just really brings out the best and the dynamism in certain artists. And I think Gavin's definitely one of them. So really, really great read. I posted today that I'm really looking forward to it being in a trade paperback so that I can recommend it to people because it's just going to be a surefire winner, I'm sure.
The only thing I wanted to shout about is coming up on October the 9th, 10th, and 11th is the Melbourne Alternative Comics Expo, or Make, which is coming up then. This is a really good initiative that's coming from friends of the show. And on October the 9th, they have a Speaking in Pictures, which is an evening, which is the Friday, where comics and live performance sort of melded together, where we'll get comic creators who will do live readings, which I think is really cool and something I haven't seen done before. On October the 10th is a community day, so you can spend the day learning about comics, the craft, the industry, workshops, panels with creators, publishing experts, all that sort of stuff. So I think that's rather cool as well. And then on October the 11th is the Market Day, which will celebrate comics creators and readers and all day fun family, sort of marketplace. So that's when it's going down, which is the 9th, 10th, and 11th. If you're interested in having a table, get in now while you can, because the entries close on July the 31st. So when this comes out, you've literally got days to do that. You can check out the Make Expo under makecomics.com.au, or you can alternatively you can check them out on the socials, or specifically Instagram, which is Make Comics Festival. So yeah. Well, again, highly recommend. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We're definitely going to do our best to be there. And like I said, Tom and Bay, who are good friends of the show, will be there as well. So yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah, do sort of jump on that straight away, because as Nath said, there's only a couple of days left.
Yeah. That's pretty much it for the show. Like we said, it was going to be a big one, and we didn't disappoint.
Wait. Have you seen the Odyssey, Nath?
No, I haven't. So, but I can talk about it next week when I see it this week. Can we do that?
Okay. All right. Well, if you're seeing it this week, are you?
I promise I'm seeing it this week. So
okay. Well, if you're seeing it this week, I've already seen it.
I'm going to Country Victoria this week, and I will have time in the evening.
Are you saying that you going to Country Victoria is akin to what Odysseus and his men went through in
100%.
the 2026 film The Odyssey?
Yep, 100%, because that's what it feels like.
Such a massive call. Where are you going, Bonnie Dude?
No, I'm going to Country Victoria. I'm going for work, but they've got a great cinema in Ballarat, and where I had my photo taken with the stormtroopers last time. So I'm looking forward to going.
I remember, and I'm sure they do as well.
Yep, I'm sure they're waiting for me to come back and have another photo with them.
Maybe.
Wearing Odyssey garb. But anyway, we'll see. Anyway,
they might be
talk
dressed
about the Odyssey next week. Something to look forward to.
They might be dressed like the Cyclops.
Anyway,
you'll understand that joke this time next week. We'll have fun, and we'll hold off from talking about the Odyssey next week. That's going to be
definitely talk about that, and also
sizzle for
Spider-Man.
next week's episode,
and Spider-Man as well.
I don't know whether I'm going to. Yeah, no, I am. I'm going to see Spider-Man on Saturday night.
You'll be seeing Saturday Spider-Man. It'll be all good. All right. Thanks for your company. We hope you enjoyed the show. Don't forget to follow us on socials under Pulp Culture Pod, or you can see us now on YouTube. But we're grateful for your company, and we look forward to next week when you'll hear MJ say,
I have been in this rebellion since I was 6 years old.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great week. Stay fresh.
Like what you're hearing? Tell your friends. Follow us on socials at Pulp Culture Pod. And if you're feeling generous, drop us a 5-star review on your favourite podcast platform.